Hello, I'm Father Louis Skirty with Friends of the Word, and Frank and Joanne Tamaro are my guests once again here at Annunciation Parish, Wayne, New Jersey. Frank and Joanne have been guests before. We tracked their faith journey from First Communion to your daughter's First Communion and your conversions into the church. We spoke about your activities here at the parish in the food pantry as well as the Society for the Poor. But today, you mentioned previously that Marianne's brother, who was a Franciscan, brought you a medal, the Medal of St. Francis. And we're going to talk about that in a few seconds. But let's talk about what I think parish ministry is all about. The Beatitudes, Matthew 5. Blessed are the poor in spirit, the reign of God is theirs. Blessed are the sorrowing, they shall be consoled. Blessed are the lowly, they shall inherit the land. Blessed are they who hunger and thirst for holiness, they shall have their fill. Blessed are they who show mercy, mercy shall be theirs. Blessed are the single-hearted, they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, they shall be called God's sons and daughters. Blessed are those who are persecuted for the sake of holiness, the reign of God is theirs. And I think that summarizes parish ministry so well, all aspects of it. So tell me about this St. Francis medal.
Well, we were kind of surprised. We didn't expect it. Ever since Frank has been a dentist in our practice, we have always done a lot of work for the priests.
Pro bono.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, how long have you been a dentist?
32 years.
Wow, that's great.
It's interesting because
And you say our practice, you work together?
Right. Yeah.
Good.
I was a chemist before I became a dentist, and it wasn't doing what I wanted to do. I was introduced again at confirmation to Jesus, and I wanted to do more. I wanted to change the world in some aspect, to help people. So that's when I decided to go to dental school. And going to dental school was for that reason. I got through dental school, and what I wanted to do is to give back, to society and dentistry. So I always, during that period of time, anyone that could not afford dentistry that came by my way, I would do the dentistry for nothing. It was good, and I also, it was funny, is I also witnessed to people during that time.
Yes,
but
yes.
What happened too was the Pine missionaries came. What was happening in the church, the Pine missionaries would come to Annunciation, and they would learn their English here.
Right.
And what I did for them was I did all their dentistry.
Oh, really? Did you two discuss this before you started the pro bono work?
Yeah, I think so, because we had this connection here at the parish
Right.
with Father Stan, and then, like he said, the Pine missionaries. That was huge. I think that's where we started most of it, because he would fix their teeth before they went out into the mission field.
Oh, that's
He would make
great.
sure everything was okay.
Put a lot of pressure on me too,
Yeah,
because I had to
yeah.
get it perfect. Because in the missionaries fields, dentistry was
So
not
I
like
think
it was
that's
here.
Yeah.
that's where it started,
That's
our
great.
helping the priests.
So I guess that's where and helping priests, and anyone in that.
Well, Father Stan, too.
Yeah, well, Father Stan,
I
and
think
other,
it's mostly the
any
Pine
other
missionaries.
priest that came, and that's when the Franciscan priests started.
Okay, now we'll go back to this Franciscan medal.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so then you met some Franciscan priests. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and the word was out.
Yeah.
Go to Joanne and Frank for all your dental needs. See, we could do a commercial on that.
Yeah,
So go ahead. And who was the first Franciscan?
Well, it was Father Evan, I guess. Father Evan came to us, and then his brother, who was also not, he wasn't Franciscan, Robert
Okay.
Greco, too, had come to us also. But I think that because Father Evan knew the work that we were doing with all the priests, not just because he had come to us, because Marianne, I think, had let him know all the work that we had done for the Pine missionaries. that's where I think he had us nominated for this medal. And one day he just called up and said, I need to come in. And I said, oh my goodness, he must have a toothache, something.
Right.
And he came in and he presented it to us. And it was...
And it was the prayer of
Yeah.
St. Francis.
It was
Make me an
medal,
instrument of your peace, and you guys are doing that.
And that's exactly what we've been doing, but it was an honor, it really was.
Absolutely.
We didn't expect it, and it was,
And
because it just comes naturally. I mean, that's the way we were both brought up that way, and we didn't think twice about it. We didn't expect it.
God bless you.
But it was something that I tried to do my whole life, is to try to, I guess, emulate that prayer. And coming out of the blue like that, it really hit me. It was almost like God saying to me, well done.
Confirmation, yeah, and it doesn't always come. That's true, because we can do all the good work we do on earth, and if we look for a reward, we're not going to get a reward.
No,
And every once in a while, we'll get confirmation that we're doing the right thing for the right person with the right intention. Sometimes it comes in the form of a medal, sometimes one thank you from a person in the
That's
back
right.
seat.
That's
But, you heard it, and it's God's way of using us to communicate with one another. That's wonderful. You've been an asset to this parish.
Well, it's not me.
No, good,
No,
good.
it's
The
not-
Holy
it's
Spirit
not me.
has allowed
And
you
if I-
to be
and
an
that's the
asset.
big thing that
Right.
that I'm learning. Once you think that you're the one that's doing it, you just don't have the power to
No.
continue that kind of work. It's a fight, because there's the ego that's within you, and then there's this other side. And I think that the more you relinquish yourself to him and his power and the Holy Spirit's power, that's when bigger things will happen.
Yes.
And that's my fight right now. I try to do it maybe for myself, but I really want to surrender myself every day to him. And
Okay.
I try to say a little prayer before I go out and ask him, what do you want me to do for you today?
Beautiful.
So that's,
At the end of Mass, sometimes people will say, oh, that was a nice homily, or this or that. And I said, don't thank me, just thank the Holy Spirit.
Right.
This way, when I mess up, they can blame the Holy Spirit. I don't know if that's the way the Holy Spirit
I truly believe
intends
that
it.
the Holy Spirit, the power of the Holy Spirit, the way he's moved in our lives
Yes.
is absolutely amazing.
Yes.
The other thing I want to say is 2 years ago, we became Eucharistic ministers, which we both fought off and didn't think we wanted to do, but what a blessing that has been.
And for
that
our
he
audience,
allows us.
extraordinary ministers of the Eucharist are people who are from the community, and they go through lessons and stages of planning and education, and then they're commissioned by the diocese to give Eucharist out at Mass or nursing homes or hospitals, special occasions. And you two, I know you're regulars at 11:45 when I'm there.
But it's something very special. I can't explain the blessing of being a part of that ministry. It really touches your heart in a way you don't realize until you're up there, and until you're giving out the body and blood. You don't realize how special it is. It really is.
You're touching the source and summit of our lives when you're doing that, and it's a miracle, and it's a blessing, and it's a grace that you can't describe, right?
No, you can't.
and she was a Protestant.
And you
Coming
all
from a-
started from
Coming
the
from a Protestant, that really
That
means
comes
a
a long
lot.
way, right?
You've come a long way, Joanne. That's a terrible thing to say. This has been Father Louis Scurti having a great time with Frank and Joanne Tamara as they witness to their faith here at Annunciation and within the family of the Roman Catholic Church. God bless you. Let's hear from you. Father Louis Scurti at hotmail.com. If you have questions, send a question, and if we use it on the air, you get a gift. God bless you.